instructor on the first day of an introductory college course was heard to say, "If it's not easy for you, you don't belong here." If this message is passed down from generation to generation, no wonder students are afraid of math. And no wonder they conclude they're not math people when it doesn't come easily. But when we begin to see evidence that most students, and maybe almost all students, are capable of excelling in and enjoying math, as the following chapters show, it is no longer acceptable that so many students fail math and hate math. So what can we do to make math learning happen for all students? How can we help teachers and children believe that math ability can be developed, and then show teachers how to teach math in a way that brings this belief to life? That's what this book is about. In this unique and wonderful book, Jo Boaler distills her years of experience and her powerful wisdom to show teachers exactly how to present math work, structure math problems, guide students through them, and give feedback in a way that helps students toward a growth mindset and keeps them there. Boaler is one of those rare and remarkable educators who not only know the secret of great teaching, but also know how to give that gift to others. Thousands of teachers have learned from her, and here's what they say. "Throughout my schooling years, I was left feeling stupid and incapable of doing math. I cannot tell you the relief I now have that I can learn math myself, and I can teach students that they can too. You have helped me think about the transition to Common Core and how to help my students develop a love and curiosity for math. I was searching for a process of learning math that would change the attitude of students from dislike to enjoy. This was the change I needed." Imagine your students joyfully immersed in really hard math problems. Imagine them begging to have their mistakes discussed in front of the class. Imagine them saying, "I am a math person." This utopian vision is happening in classrooms around the world, and as you follow the advice in this book, you may well see it happening in your classroom too. Carol Dweck, Professor of Psychology and author of Mindset, The New Psychology of Success. Introduction. The Power of Mindset. I remember clearly the fall afternoon that I sat down with my dean in her office, waiting for what would turn out to be a very important meeting. I had only recently returned to Stanford University from England, where I was the Marie Curie Professor for Mathematics Education. I was still getting used to the change from the grey, cloudy skies that seemed to be my constant companion during the 3 years I was on the Sussex coast in England, to the sunshine that shines down on Stanford's campus almost continuously. I walked into the dean's office that day with some anticipation, as I was going to meet Carol Dweck for the first time. I was a little nervous to meet the famous researcher, whose books on mindset had revolutionized people's lives across continents, and whose work had moved governments, schools, parents, and even leading sports teams to approach life and learning differently. Carol and her research teams have collected data over many years that support a clear finding, that everyone has a mindset, a core belief about how they learn. People with a growth mindset are those who believe that smartness increases with hard work, whereas those with a fixed mindset believe that you can learn things, but you can't change your basic level of intelligence. Mindsets are critically important because research has shown that they lead to different learning behaviors, which in turn create different learning outcomes for students. When people change their mindsets and start to believe that they can learn to high levels, they change their learning pathways and achieve at high levels, as I will share in this book. In our conversation that day, I asked Carol if she had thought about working with mathematics teachers as well as students, because I knew that mindset interventions given to students help them, but math teachers have the potential to deeply impact students' learning in a sustained way over time. Carol responded enthusiastically and agreed with me that math was the subject most in need of a mindset makeover.